hey, like, why don't you stop grinding all this poker and you could just make 50K in blackjack in 20 minutes? Like, and so this is the trap that a lot of people fall into. Hey guys, it's JC with Drop the Book. I'm sure you're already betting this NFL season with DraftKings, FanDuel, or your local bookie. It's time to drop your book and bet juice-free. You're getting screwed by the juice. It's crushing everyone. It's crushed me in my sports betting history, and now I'm betting juice-free with my friends on dropthebook.com. You can add me at username T1000. Start your 1-week free trial today, and let's gamble on a fair platform.
Morning.
Good morning. Good morning, sir. So there is like a million cards in my childhood home in a closet, and they're all from my father collecting baseball cards.
Mm-hmm.
And the cards are a pretty big deal, they're worth a lot of money. He collected the one era that's worth absolutely nothing. It's 90s baseball.
Really?
Yeah, he just missed the mark.
90s baseball is not worth anything?
It's
90s baseball is like Barry Bonds and Mark McGwire and stuff like that. Steroid era is huge.
I also think it's like the brand that he bought was not the best one, I guess. We've had people look at him and there's not a lot going on there. He was always he was always into collectibles and yeah, he just missed the mark. So I bring that up to shout out my new obsession, just these ghostwrite things. My buddy Josh Luber is the founder of this new project. So now I have them all over my house, and I'm wondering if in like 20, 30 years my kids are going to be like, what the hell are these things?
Yeah, just that'll be the big collectible.
Plastic dolls.
That pays the bills.
There it is.
Ghostwrite. Wait, scroll up to the top. NBA Game Face 400%. What is?
So there's 3 different sizes as I know it. It's 100%, 400%, and then 1,000%, which is the big guy you have behind you. And each one is rarer than the previous. So like the 1,000% are one of ones. There's only one made of them, and then the hundreds there's I'm not sure the inventory on them, but I know the 400% are these guys, the medium-sized ones, and they're a little more rare.
You gonna keep that in the box and store it so it doesn't get all fucked up?
I think I'm gonna get a case for it.
Okay.
Like a glass case. That's the Mike Trout one.
Yeah, that one looks pretty sick.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, when it comes to the baseball cards, when I was growing up, I was like...
Did you collect?
Obviously, like early 2000s, baseball cards, Pokemon cards, was super into it, right? I had so many of these things. And, dude, I just remember there was like there was one night I was sitting with my friend and we would like trade Pokemon cards and stuff, and we'd trade baseball cards. And I remember my friend told me, I was trying to like trade him this card for this other card, and he goes, oh, like, what do you, I would never make that deal. He's like, the hologram cards aren't worth anything. And so like all the nice like special edition cards, he like convinced me weren't worth anything. And then just like
you got scammed.
it wasn't me getting like it was just kids being dumb fucking kids. We were 7.
That sounds pretty smart on his side.
He's pretty smart on his side for
Yeah,
sure.
it sounds like he was tricking you.
But he has problems now, so it all comes out in the wash. But
mental problems?
yes.
Well, he was sharp on that take.
He was sharp on that take.
Give
for
me
sure.
all your hologram cards. They're shit.
Yeah, get rid of them. But dude, I mean, just I don't know.
I had a whole binder of Pokemon cards, like the valuable ones, old holographic Charizards and Blastoise, Venusaur, and I lost it. I don't know what happened to it. It was a red case in a red folder binder, and I think a lot of those things were stolen.
Yeah,
because they started skyrocketing in value, and I mean, maybe it was like left out at a yard sale and someone snagged it, but I mean, charge
Dude, it's
up.
also just like 20 years of who knows what happened to those things.
I took good care of them. I put them in individual cases and then inside the binder, like double protection.
Nothing.
Wrapped them twice.
Always wrap it twice.
I wrapped it up twice.
Have you ever actually wrapped it twice?
Never.
Never.
I don't want to wrap it once.
Yeah.
Sounds awful.
You're a beauty.
So we got a couple hands today. One of them is you've seen me run good plenty of times. This hand is run bad.
This is
run bad. Yeah. This one is from a couple weeks ago on stream versus TJ. And this is where my image of being a kind of a maniac helps me out.
Okay.
And it's also the Nick game. So if you want to
diving back into the action,
if you want to roll it.
On.
So Big makes it 800. Notorious TJ
Okay, so you got
calls 800 with Queen 9, and we get kings in the under the gun straddle. We get kings in the 200 straddle, which is just a beautiful, beautiful thing when you're in the biggest straddle and you get the second best hand in poker. So it's time to raise it up.
You're in the Chicago sweatshirt.
I'm in the What Up Gang sweatshirt. It's a buddy of mine I met online who I follow, and I really like his page.
It's a Chicago thing, though, right? That's the Chicago flag, dude.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I think he's from Chicago. That makes sense. So we oh yeah.
See?
Yeah, you're right. I guess he's from Chicago.
Spot on.
But he's just like this normal dude that decided to start making fun of influencers on Instagram and then became a famous influencer.
Oh no.
And all he does is just takes little videos of him and his wife, and he's like, "What up, gang?" And he's like, "Here at Target, look at my fit." Just, it's really funny. I like it.
For this man to pick up.
But now he's got merch.
Hell yeah.
All right, so we 3-bet to 2,600.
What does Big want to do here? Deep enough to go set mining. As Brittany delivers the chips, but he'll get away. What a fold for Big.
Brittany's got cool glasses.
TJ won a big pot yesterday with the Queen 9. Will he come along here?
So it is the Nick
Hard to
game.
navigate off of this.
I could do this with a lot of like
position, but he will
ace high hands, ace wheel cards, ace fives, ace fours. I could do this with some ace jacks. I could do it with nines, tens, jacks, stuff like that.
Pushed around.
Yeah, that's a tough one. It's always
It's a speculative call from the Queen 9.
Nice.
Small blind, and we flop. We flop the nuts.
Flop the nuts, baby.
Yeah, the nuts.
Absolute nuts.
The absolute best hand you can have is 3 kings on this board, and we flop 3 kings.
Top set for T1K. Middle pair for Notorious.
So things are going great.
Yeah, he's got a pot-sized bet left. But the last thing we want him to do is
We
fold.
trap or bet extremely small. Going for
So he needs a queen and a 9 or 2 queens to win the whole thing.
Yep.
So a queen and a 9 doesn't do anything for him.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wait.
And he
Pause for a
could-
sec.
So it could come queen 9, and he would make a full house, and I would make a bigger full house.
Oh, yeah.
It could come running 9s, and he would still lose.
So he needs 2 9s.
No. Well, 2 9s would make me
Oh, yeah,
a
that would
bigger
make
full
that
house.
would make a bigger full. Duh. Okay, so he needs 2 queens.
He
That's the
needs
only
2
thing.
queens. Or there's another way he could win.
Wait, can I look at it?
Yeah. Figure it
10
out.
jack.
There it is.
10 jack. There it is.
You're a professional.
Wow.
So he only has 2
We're
ways to
learning
win.
so much.
He only has 2 ways to win, and both of them take the turn and river, which, if you see the equity here, it's 98% that we're going to win this hand. So that's cool. So basically, like, when you have that much equity, the last thing you want somebody to do is fold. So there's some checking that you could do, and then if you're going to bet, you want to bet small.
200.
Which is also kind of cool because
find a way
And it works to perfection.
pause it real quick. Which is also kind of cool because if you have like an ace high hand or a bluff, you can also bet really small. Which, you know, if the guy has like 7s or 8s or 9s and you bet tiny, like it's really hard to continue because like you're going to bet that small with 3 kings as well.
Yeah.
So it's a good bet sizing to choose, I think.
But other than that, you gotta like find a way.
And it works to perfection.
So we bet tiny and he shoves. I think
TJ takes the bait.
I think
So TJ's taking the bait. So
I think the reason that I got all the money in here is just the Nick game. Solely the Nick game. I could be fucking around with a lot of hands.
it really affects it that much. Huh?
Yeah. It really incentivizes everyone to go pretty hard at the pot. Especially like me and TJ have history, and we battle a lot.
What kind of history? Romantic?
Not yet. I'm hoping. That was gay. Anyway, no, we just played a lot of hands together. We've played a lot of hands. He knows I play a lot of hands. Our hands have, been all over the place.
Yeah, hands have been all over each other. All right, here we go.
Time.
So yeah, one time, he goes, I can't win, and so everyone's laughing.
Here comes the jack.
Not like this.
Oh Jesus!
No way! Runner!
So that was an $18,000 pot, and I got
Absolutely
2%.
shafted.
Yeah, he had 2% equity. This is a spot, and when this happened, it just I got like a big sense of gratitude. That's the word we've been talking about.
Yeah.
Because I didn't react, and I kind of smiled and laughed it off. But I thought back. I was like, man, if that happened 10 years ago, and which it has happened to me 10 years ago when I or like just any spot where I have my bankroll on the line, and like it's all the money I have, and when that happens, it is so gut wrenching, and it's so painful to lose all your money in a spot like that where you're that much of a favorite.
Yeah.
And I've had it, and now I'm fortunate to like be in a spot where
It's just funny.
it's
You can appreciate
I
the
just
humor
laugh.
of.
I'm like, okay, next hand, give me the next hand, and I'm already over it.
Yeah.
It didn't affect me at all. I was just like, okay, yeah, next hand. That's a really fortunate spot to be, and it's a powerful spot to be because it didn't affect my play at all. I just played the next hand like it's another hand. So I didn't get tilted. I didn't get upset. Where, if you're building a bankroll and that happens to you, the rest of your session you're distraught, and it's really hard to play another hand well. So it hurts you even further. But this session, I'm able to take the beat much better and then just continue playing normal.
Makes complete sense. Yeah, it's I don't know. It's obviously like a textbook bad beat, but then you look at it and you're like, dude, it shit happens.
Yeah.
Shit fucking happens.
2% of the time that's going to happen.
Yeah,
and 2% is when you play poker long enough, you learn like 1 to 2% happens all the fucking time.
Yeah.
You play enough hands, you see it all the time.
Yeah, constantly.
Yeah. But when you're first getting into gambling or poker or whatever, these kind of situations break your brain. You're like, how does that happen?
Have you ever what's that book called? Have you ever read Thinking Fast and Slow?
Mm-mm.
So they talk about just how Americans don't really, or just people in general don't really understand odds
No.
at all. So
That's true.
they're talking about just like runouts on coin flips, basically. And so they go every flip of the coin, 50-50 chance, right?
Yes, I have heard of this. And no one predicts how crazy the runouts can get.
How crazy the variance is. So,
Yeah.
So if you look at whatever, so let's say me and you sit here and flip a coin 50 times, right?
Yeah.
That exact path that the coin took, if it's like heads, tails, tails, heads, heads, tails, right? That exact run out is exactly as likely as all heads. the specific run out is the same odds, right? So like guessing heads, tails, 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 heads, tails, heads, tails. The specific path, that exact run out is exactly as likely as heads every single time. But in people's heads, it just looks equally as likely. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's why people get like mentally fucked by like lottery tickets. Because you see all the lottery tickets and you go like, okay, 10, 17, 8, 2, 5, right? You're like, great, that seems like a good number. But it's just as likely as 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. And people don't understand that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's our brains aren't meant to work like that, I don't think.
So on this one, like the run out is 10 jack, right? But it's just as likely as 2, 3.
Sure, of any other combination.
Any other exact combination.
Yeah.
So they're all like, every outcome is a specific,
they all have the same
equally
chance.
unlikely outcome.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's very confusing, but
no, I get you. I know where you're coming from.
the book rocks.
But
It's a slow read. It's very boring.
But what poker's done to me over the years is it's taken all the reaction out of the runouts. It's like, oh, like I've seen all of it.
Seen it all.
I've seen so many 1-outers that it's like, oh, there's another one. I've seen hundreds of them, thousands of them. But the first few you see, and especially when all your money's on the line, those are just absolutely gut wrenching, and just make you feel like this is not fair. I run so bad. And then you start talking like you victimize yourself, and no one runs as bad as me, and and it's like, oh, dude, everyone runs the same in the end.
Yeah,
Like
over a long enough period of time,
the cards even out, and it's really about how you're playing. It takes a long time for it to even out, but eventually it evens out.
I don't know, man. I was playing blackjack at a wedding a couple weeks ago, and when you play blackjack and you're losing, you know, when you go ice cold on blackjack, it certainly feels like no one runs as bad as me. Holy shit!
Everyone feels like that.
Yeah, because you'll just be sitting there and you go, okay, all right, I got
Don't play blackjack.
I got 20. And they're like, dude, it's like 21.
7-card 21.
Yeah, it's brutal.
Yeah. I had one of my craziest blackjack stories. I wasn't even playing. I'm fortunate to have never had a good run in the pits. So the pits are anything that you're gambling versus a casino at. So blackjack, craps, roulette, baccarat, slot machines.
Games that you can't win.
They're games
unless you're a professional baccarat player.
You can't be a professional baccarat player.
No, but remember the guy?
Yeah. I mean, unless you're edge sorting, like you know, like the imperfections of the cards from the manufacturer. Mm-hmm. That's a different story. But there is no skill to the game.
Is that possible to?
Yeah, that's what Phil Ivey was doing, and he got caught up in a big lawsuit. He was crushing casinos because he could edge sort.
What does that say? Professional poker player Phil Ivey became embroiled in a major scandal involving edge sorting in 2012 when he won millions from 2 different casinos using the technique. Ivey and his partner Chung Yin Sun were ultimately sued by the casinos, leading to years of legal battles that they ultimately lost. You get sued for doing this type of shit?
The casinos filed a lawsuit because but they agreed to all the terms. They wanted their money back. He got paid from one casino, and then he went to the next casino. They withheld the funds, and then they reviewed it, and they're like, we're not going to pay you because you were advantage playing. Just completely bullshit. Like, they agreed to the terms. He should have gotten paid. And then the other casino found out, and they sued him for the money that they already paid him.
Crazy.
Yeah, they're dogs. They're not great people. I mean,
okay, so look at this. Ivey and his legal team are, Brandon, leave it right at the bottom. The honest cheating paradox. The legal battle led to a notable debate over whether edge sorting is cheating. Ivey and his legal team argued that since he never touched or marked the cards and was simply using his skill to observe an existing manufacturing flaw, he was not being dishonest.
True.
However, the UK Supreme Court disagreed, ruling that dishonesty was not a necessary element of cheating, and that Ivy had used what does that word mean? Usually croupi croupier.
I think that's the woman he brought along.
What does that word mean? Croupier.
Welcome to our language podcast.
Person in charge of a gambling table. Real. So it's a dealer. Why would it use that word? Croupier is an innocent agent to gain an unfair advantage that's led to a public discussion. What do you think?
I don't think he cheated. I think it's just sharp.
Yeah.
And I think it's bullshit that the casinos were allowed to
get the money back.
Yeah, act like victims. He told them the rules. He said, if you want me to play with millions of dollars at your casino, these are my rules. Mm-hmm. I want these decks.
He told them the decks that he wanted.
Yeah, what type of cards he wanted. And they said, sure.
Okay,
he didn't make the cards. He just knew that manufacturer had slight imperfections that he noticed, because he notices everything.
That's so funny. Okay. Special request. Posing as superstitious high rollers, they made several requests that casinos typically grant to big spenders. A private playing area and a Mandarin-speaking dealer using a specific deck of cards, in this case, the flawed Gemako cards, asking the dealer to rotate specific high-value cards, 6s, 7s, 8s, and 9s, by 180 degrees before placing them back in the shoe. Claiming it was for good luck. You could totally believe that a Chinese guy would do that. Using an automatic shuffler, which mixes the order of cards but does not change their orientation. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. No, they didn't cheat. They set up the guidelines, and the casino agreed to it, and they had an advantage, which the casino has every single time they offer a game. They have the advantage.
So they had to repay all of the winnings.
Potentially, yeah. It's bullshit.
I mean, yeah, because the other end of it is like, is these casinos, the way that they make money is honest cheating. They dictate the terms, and they set it up in a way that you will lose.
Yeah, and they have the advantage. They're always going to have the edge. And in the long run, that adds up to billions of dollars. That's why they're so fucking rich.
Yeah.
Where were we at before this? We got on this Ivy tangent. What were we talking about?
One of the craziest blackjack stories of yours, but it wasn't your own story.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. All right. So, yeah, the pits. Mm-hmm. It's so in the gambling world, we call them like leaks, and there's tons of leaks that you can have. This is another reason why it's so hard to make it in poker, is because you're in a world full of degeneracy. So
you're in a world that's constantly trying to take advantage of you.
Yes. Yeah.
Alcohol,
drugs, gambling everywhere on sports or in the pits and casinos. You're staying at casinos, so you're around gambling all the time, and drugs and the alcohol. And these are all leaks in your game. So like, let's say you have, when you're starting out, you have, like a $10,000 bankroll, and you go to play a $100 tournament. You bust out that $100 tournament, and on your way to your car, you stop at the blackjack table and lose $300. And then you stop at a slot machine and lose $200. And then you bet a few $100s on a sports game and you lose that. Like, all of a sudden your bankroll just gets depleted, and it's not even by poker.
Yeah.
That happens to tons and tons of kids that are trying to play poker for a living. It happened to me. It happens to almost everybody. It's also a way to build up a bankroll really fast, because if you run hot, you can take a few $1,000s and all of a sudden have 50, 60K, 100K on like a couple good shoes of blackjack. So it's enticing. It feels
that way, but then it'll go back when you try to run hot again.
It's enticing. Hey, like, why don't you stop grinding all this poker, and you could just make 50K in blackjack in 20 minutes? Like, and so this is the trap that a lot of people fall into. And I've had personal friends fall into it. I've watched, I think I was 22, 23 in Hollywood, Florida. A friend of mine take $2,000 to a blackjack table, and 3 hours later, he has like $140,000 in front of him.
What?
Just, I mean, we're all drinking, we're celebrating. He's winning every hand. He can't lose. He's betting. He started betting like 100 or 200 in 2 different spots, and then a few hours later, we're betting like 5,000 a hand, 3 different hands, crushing. I'm watching all this, and me and my buddy are watching him, and we're like, hey, like, we should really. I mean, when he had like 60. When he got to like 40, 50, 60K, we're starting like, hey, let's get out of here. Come on, let's go. It was never enough. And then, he got it to like 140. And then,
cause you never know when to stop.
We're like, like at least like lock something up, take some off the table. So he's like, he took like 40K off the table and put it in his pocket. We're getting more drinks. He's like, I'm just going to play with this. And if I lose this, I'm out. But the number just kept going up, like his quit number. It was 20K, then it was 50, then it was 100, and then it was like, I'm gonna win $1 million. Complete degenerate, like just can't stop. There's no number that he can stop. And so it turns, and he loses every chip in front of him within like 30, 40 minutes. And we're walking out. And we're like, well, that was an amazing run. At least
got the 40 in his pocket.
At least you got the 40. And he looks at us and he's like, yeah, I lied. I didn't put anything in my pocket. So he took that 2K to 140 all the way back down to 0.
God damn.
And yeah, I mean, it's a sickness, and it's unfortunate, like when people actually run it up big in the pits and have a big score, because that much money, when it comes in that fast and that easy, it creates an expectation, and it creates a value for money that is extremely unhealthy.
Yeah. So
yeah, I just made like $100,000 in 30 minutes or an hour or whatever it is, and it's like that.
There was one.
So you don't value it. And then you dust it off.
You can't help it. I mean, so they opened an MGM casino like 10 minutes from my house in Springfield, Mass. And so we're down there, and they just opened it up. And when it opened it up, when a casino opens, everybody's all so excited. People want to go there all the time. And I was going on a trip, so I needed to buy a ski bag. Just a nice little bag, throw my skis in, go on the road. So we drive up, and we go to this like ski shop. And I'm looking at the bags, and there's a $60 bag, and there's like a $95 bag. And I'm looking at the $60 bag, and I'm looking at the $95 bag, and I'm like, I really want to get the $95 bag, but it's so much nicer than the $60 bag. But let's just get the 60, save $35. I do that. Buy the bag. I'm like, yeah, I kind of wish I got the nicer one, but whatever. We're driving home. My friend's like, hey, do you want to go to the casino on the way back? And we go to the casino, and I lost $600 playing blackjack in like 20 minutes. And it's a total money distortion, because like when you lose, it's the one thing where you just like, I don't know. If we went out and we spent $100 on drinks, you'd be like, that was kind of a steep bar tab for like 10 minutes. Like, Jesus, Joe, fucking relax. But when you go to the casino and you lose $100 playing blackjack, it feels like, all I got robbed for was $100.
Yeah.
It's the only place where you talk like that. And so like losing $600 there, I get the gambling addict feeling, because what used to happen to me is every time I'd go to a casino and I would lose, I would try to win it back. And I would think about the moment where I was up like $100, and I'd be like, why didn't I just walk off then? And I'd try to battle back to that number, and then you lose 500 to 1,000 every time.
And you feel sick.
You feel fucking sick.
But it's honestly a blessing. But if you were to win 20 or 30 grand, you just go on the heater of your life. That's what creates an addict. That's what creates the hook. Like they hook you when you win that much that fast, and it's like, oh, I can do this again, and then you just chase it the rest of your life.
Somebody who's that? What's that gambling quote? I never had a problem. I never won. Can you look that up?
Yeah. So
I think it's
in all my pit escapades when I was younger, I never really ran it up. I would win. I think I'd have like a 5K win, a 6K win. I think my biggest win ever in the pits was like maybe like 11 grand.
Okay.
But pretty much always lost. And eventually at like 26, 27, after I saw so many of my friends go broke so many times,
yeah,
I just got turned off, like a nasty feeling towards anything that had to do with gambling versus the casino, and I just stopped.
So there's a quote: "I never had a problem with gambling because I never won."
Yeah,
so just
it's the winning that creates the issue.
So how do you like feel being in a world that's so like tightly associated with shit where people just can't win, you know? Like, cause like gambling and poker are obviously like they're connected in some way. Whether or not,
I mean, if you plug all your leaks, so you stop playing blackjack, you stop sports betting, you stop putting the money in bad. Mm-hmm. When you stop putting the money in bad, you don't feel like you're really gambling anymore. You feel like you're working.
Yeah.
Like if it's, like the casinos don't sweat, they sit back and they know in the end they're going to win because they have the advantage. It's kind of a similar experience, although there's tons of variance in poker, and you go on downswings and you lose for a long time, and that is stressful. But when you know you're putting the money in good and you've plugged all your leaks, it takes a lot of the stress off, and in the end, you keep doing what you're doing, you're gonna turn a profit. Mm-hmm. And it takes some of the excitement out, because I'm not going to casinos or betting huge on things of chance, but it's a much more enjoyable life overall.
There is like a darkness, like a feeling that you get when you walk through a casino floor.
It's a sickness.
Because you walk in and they set it up in a way where you don't like see the people that are losing. You know what I mean?
They pump in oxygen. Did you know that?
Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah.
Pumping oxygen.
They pump in oxygen. They keep it very cold because they want to keep you alert and awake to gamble as long as you want. And then they have 1-800-GAMBLE responsible or gambling problem. But they set it up. It's like a little fucking hell for degenerate gamblers. They keep you awake. They keep you alert. Free alcohol.
Not at MGM. Not an MGM casino. In
Vegas.
You couldn't get a fucking drink on the floor to save your life. They're so slow there. It's crazy how slow they are.
But yeah, Vegas is going downhill. I've
heard, what's happening in Vegas right now?
What I've heard is they're cracking down on illegal, illegal money. Basically, is what I'm hearing is Vegas kind of runs on people that operate in gray areas. So drug dealers, bookmakers, people that have a lot of cash that they make in dark places, and then they gamble it all. They go to Vegas and gamble huge. It's not a lot of like 9-to-5 people. Mm-hmm. But now they're like, I guess the state has cracked down, and like they're requiring casinos to know their customer and know where the money's coming from.
Yeah. And
so that's kind of like taking a lot of the money out of the market for them. Because if you have to like claim it and pay taxes on it, and let's say you're a drug dealer who has hundreds of thousands of dollars in liquid cash and wants to gamble, and now all of a sudden they're asking for your Social Security and and they're asking for your tax forms and this and that, and you're like, well, I'm just not going to do that.
Yeah, what do you want from me?
Yeah.
I mean, I remember when I went to Vegas in 2012 when I was 18, and we went on like a family vacation, and I remember driving through Vegas, and we stayed at Circus because it's just cheap. At the time, it was literally like $50 a night to stay there.
Yeah.
And I've heard that the side of Vegas of like cheap hotel rooms and like cheap things to do for people that's not like the Sphere and all these things that are just crazy expensive is kind of like going away too. That they're just trying to knock down every casino and replace it with some mega resort that's expensive as fuck.
Yeah, and they're losing a ton of money. I think Old Vegas is still somewhat accessible, like downtown. Mm-hmm. You know, like where they do the.
It's off the strip, right?
Yeah, it's Fremont Street. Yeah.
Brandon, dialed.
I grew up going to Vegas every summer. My mom would play in poker tournaments, so I would go to Vegas like every year.
Hell yeah.
Circus is a shithole.
Yeah, total shithole.
It's still, I went there like probably a year or two ago because I had a 13-hour layover in Vegas, and a comic took us there because the rooms were like $20 and the tables are $5. And I sat down in a slot machine, and within a minute, a prostitute accosted me. I was like, "Are you?" She was like, "Do you want a date tonight?" And I was like, "What?" And she's like, "A date." And I was like, "Oh, you're." And then as soon as I was like, you're a prostitute, she got up and ran from the table, like ran away. It was awesome.
Oh wow!
You said the words.
Yeah, I didn't mean to. I scared the hose. I panicked.
You're a whore.
Basically, I called her a whore to her face.
Scaring the hose is it happens.
Yeah.
It happens to me sometimes. I mean, you really can't help it.
And they're like, "Oh no, I didn't mean no. Come back."
Come back to me.
Break funny. Down this last poker hand we got.
Sure,
yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, Goob sent me this one. He said it's a master class in table talk from Airball.
Okay, let's check it out. Let's see what our good friend Nick Airball, who I bought a Miller High Life pony for the last time he was in town.
That's right.
Is 1,000. Here is 3,000.
All right, Gaston opens to 100,000.
Airball 3-bets and senior tilt with ace king.
Airball 3-bets 7-7 to 3K, which is not like 7-7 doesn't do a lot of 3-betting, but I think this game is shorthanded. So the less.
What does that mean?
It's not a full 9-handed game. There's not. Yeah. So the shorter the table is in players, the higher the hand rankings go up. Mm-hmm. So like 7s are more valuable when you're playing 3, 4, 5-handed than they are when you're playing 9-handed. So these hands become more 3-bets. So he 3-bets 7s, and then senior tilt wakes up with ace king in one of the straddles. So I'm assuming he's gonna 4-bet.
It's a really passive-aggressive way to get him to quit talking. Just tell him.
17, okay.
17,000.
That's a huge 4-bet.
Senior tilt, and Airball goes all in.
Wow.
No, he doesn't go all in.
It's just a call. I misheard it. Thought he said all in. It was so casual.
What is this tournament, by the way?
So this is a cash game. This is Hustler Casino.
Okay. What's Hustler Casino? Just like a YouTube show?
It's the biggest live stream in the world.
Okay.
Lodge is number 2.
Really?
Yeah.
It's crazy that the second biggest live stream in the world is just like up in Round Rock.
Round Rock, Texas.
Just hanging out.
Yeah.
So 2-10-5.
Yeah. Flop is 10-5 deuce, 2 spades, and Airball's gonna check
Flop for
to the 4-better. I think
so it sounds like there's a lot of chaos in the back. Is this like on a casino floor or something?
Yeah, there's a huge poker room right outside this room.
Okay.
With tons of tables.
Do you like the sound of like this is just a little preference thing, but like do you like the sound of being on a live stream and it being in a room somewhere else, sort of like the old World Series games where you can hear a bunch of chaos in the back, or do you like the lodge where it just is isolated in its own thing?
I'd rather isolated. I'd rather less noise.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I've been voting for music for a while, but they won't do it because of copyright or some YouTube.
Yeah, it's also.
I wish there was like some kind of music in the background.
You go for it, and then decide you want music, but then it turns into squash. We're just some dickheads on the aux, and you're like, we're listening to motivational rap rock. What the fuck is this?
Yeah, losing 10K while Fort Minor plays in the background would kill me. 15% luck, 100% skill. As you lose 98% equity would tilt me.
Yeah.
Is Airball checking on this? Because is that donk betting if he bets?
That's
Okay.
correct. Yeah, that would be donk betting if he decides to bet into the re-raiser to the aggressor.
There you go, Brandon, picking it up. Dialed.
There's a check back and a 7 on the turn.
Oh,
Seals Senior Tilt's fate.
the
There's
deal.
nothing that can happen in this hand to get airball off
So
of it.
bets 15K. Airball bets 15K.
Pause it real quick. This is an interesting dynamic. So Senior Tilt's probably, his hand probably wants to c-bet most of the time. He 4-bets 17K. He gets the 10-5 deuce flop with 2 spades. He has the king of spades. I think his hand really wants to c-bet something like 25 or 30% pot. So, you know, roughly like 8 to 10K. When he checks behind, he kind of puts himself, he has a strong hand, right? And when he checks behind and you get the 7 on the turn,
Puts himself in a weird position.
well, he knows that him checking behind is going to make airball instantly like more aggressive and want to attack his like ace high hands. Because he's not going to check over pairs that often. It's gonna be weighted more towards ace king. So he's putting himself in a spot where he's like, all right, now like he's gonna feel like airball's attacking him, and I think that's what happens this hand. Where if he took the more standard line of just c-betting the flop, and if he c-bets the flop to like 8, 10K or whatever, airball is gonna fold a lot of his unpaired hands, and he's gonna call a lot of these type of hands, and then the turn can go check, and then he can decide on river. But he's kind of like put himself in this spot where, okay, I've shown weakness, but I still like my hand, and I have an aggressive player who is now going to attack me. So now I got to feel like I feel like I have to hold on. So I think that's what's happening here.
Let's see what airball's up to here.
Ace king.
He just called his
It's one of
hand.
the possible hands.
Senior Tilt calls. Airball's got it locked up.
Yeah, he just told him his hand.
Wait. Who just told somebody it's hand?
Airball told him his hand after he called the turn. He goes ace king.
That's
Ace
pretty.
king.
That's pretty impressive.
It's one of the possible hands.
Okay, that's fucking genius. Wait, so I'm sorry, Brandon. Pause one more time. Yeah, he goes ace king, and the guy goes, "That's one of the possible hands." And you think he probably knew right then and there he's got ace king.
Airball knows exactly where he's at. Yeah. That's why he said it. It's also, I think he's kind of balanced in that spot where he can say that and have ace 4, ace 3, queen 9 suited, just random hands that he's going to be like, all right, you're holding on with ace high, and then he's going to blast him off on the river, which is exactly the line he takes. But like I said, he's balanced, so he's going to have strong made hands as well.
All in.
That's going to make Senior Tilt's life easier. Ace King has shriveled up.
Wow.
You have to put your opponent on overcards that just didn't get there.
Ace king is good, but you can't call.
Airball calling out his exact hand.
Why does he? Okay, so what is that he just said? Ace king is good, but you can't call. What is he?
He's like, you have the best hand, but you can't call my bet. It's too big. He's fucking with him.
He's talking shit.
Yeah, he's getting in his head.
Says Ace King is good, but you can't call. How is that going to work into Senior Tilt's thought process?
He's goading him. But I mean, he's also good enough to do this with nothing, so it's a really tough spot.
Yeah, so he's trying to get him to think, okay.
Giving it some extra thought. I mean, that has to be confusing. Your opponent calls out your hand, says it's good.
Thank you.
But you can't call. He's daring him to call.
Just tea or coffee?
Just pause it real quick.
Oh, you got.
So this is something I'm kind of dealing with lately is like how often do I want to play like super high stakes and big, because you lose a lot of your advantage when the game is bigger than you're comfortable with.
Yeah.
When you're playing a game that's bigger than you're comfortable with or bigger than you're used to, and people know that, you lose some of your credibility on bluffing. Like you have to be comfortable with the stakes to make extremely bold and big bluffs.
Well, all of a sudden those little bad beats don't seem so funny when it's like
what I'm saying is, like, in this spot, if I was like Airball has a reputation of playing the biggest stakes in the world, and he's super capable of he's super capable of putting 100,000 out and being on complete stone air. Whereas, like, if I'm going to be less likely to be putting out $100,000 on a stone cold bluff, so it's going to be harder for me to get paid. Whereas, like, Airball, it's going to be easier to pay him off because he's more comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like when you're playing poker, if you're trying to play for a living, you want to really play the majority of your sessions where you feel super comfortable at the stakes and where you're the one applying pressure and you're the one looked at as like a crazy maniac.
Yeah.
Because that's...
you're not the one that's playing scared that's like, holy fuck, that's $100,000 that you just bet me.
Yeah, it's going to be
$100,000.
It's going to be harder to get. Yeah, it's going to be harder to get paid. But like if you're the one applying the pressure and you're the one with the reputation of like, this guy could have anything, then it's going to be a lot easier to get paid off.
Coffee?
Great hand reading from Airball and great speech play, because I am certain Senior Tilt is spending extra time in the tank because of it.
Probably.
Chat definitely hoping for a call here. Please call, please call, please call. Call and tilt. And he is focused on that board. Look at his eyes. Looking down at the chips, looking down at the board.
It's disconcerting when your opponent knows what you have. It's not a good feeling.
Make a statement call. It would just send the absolute wrong message.
I think I have you beat, dude. I think I have you beat.
He's fucking frazzled. He's so frazzled. I mean,
Airball not saying a word now. Gonna let Senior Tilt devolve on his own.
I love live poker.
He's just breaking down, dude. I mean, so if you're Senior Tilt, right? What hands could Airball have that are in range that you beat? Like Ace Jack or?
Sure, Ace Queen, Ace Jack, but it's probably more weighted to like the Ace 3, Ace 4 suited hands that are gonna 3-bet and call a 4-bet. But I mean, he could also be in one of those moods where he's, I don't know what his VPIP is. If he's playing a bunch of hands, he could have tons of like queen.
He couldn't even complete
Queen 6 suited, Queen 9 suited.
What?
It's not a good river.
What do you think he has?
It's really not a good river, because if he has like Jack 9 suited, he got there on the river. If he has 8,
that's not possible.
I mean, if he had 8-9, like turn open ended, he would bet that turn. But I don't know if he bets the river with an 8. He's probably gonna look for showdown because he has showdown value. Yeah, this is a really ugly river to call off, I think.
Jack of spades.
I could be bluffing with a hand that beats you. Keep that in mind. Like, if you have ace king and I happen to have a deuce, right? Like, that's pretty painful.
That's also true.
I'm like dumb enough, right?
I don't have ace king.
Yeah, ace queen.
He's totally giving it away. It's so obvious he has ace king, and his body language is fucked.
Well, I mean, it doesn't matter. His body language doesn't matter.
On the internet, but
He's the one facing it all in.
so much history.
He makes the call and gets the terrible news. Ace high, no
Damn.
good, Senor Tilt.
That's a
Airball wins
That's
the
a big
biggest
pot.
of the night. $260,000.
Holy
Ship it
shit.
to Airball.
Poker, fam.
King's good.
Ace king not good.
his reputation got him paid there, and all the crazy hands he's played, all the big bluffs he's made, all the times that he's shown that he doesn't value money or he doesn't give a shit. That's why you get paid there. And for another player, if it was probably anyone else, then Senior Tilt doesn't pay off. Doesn't get, he doesn't call there, I think. So that's why it's important to be, playing a stake that you're comfortable, being the aggressive player on the table, being like the maniac. Yeah.
Be the aggressor.
Yeah.
Go hard in the paint.
Yeah, table captain. Like when Airball sits down at a table, the majority of the time he's the table captain. But it's a spectrum, and Airball plays in games all the time where he has to take the back seat because he plays with certain billionaires.
All right, I got one question before we go. I was over here, I think, on Wednesday, Thursday night, and I asked you this, and you said you were going to answer it on the pod. So here it is.
Okay.
I heard some quote. It was like, if you want to be famous, get rich first, and then see if you want to be famous still. Just basically implying that money can solve the majority of your problems, and fame is just like an inconvenience. Poker seems to be going pretty good for you. You seem to be doing all right. What do you hope to get out of making Instagram clips and doing the pod? What's the end goal of it?
Well, I mean, I have a lot more I want to do in poker. I think poker is just starting. Since I started playing the game and watching it online and watching Poker After Dark and High Stakes Poker, those are games I want to play in one day, and I still haven't played in a lot of those. So I think there's a lot further to go in poker. I've hit a level that I'm super proud of, to where I can play 10 25 25 50 some 50 100 comfortably, which are stakes that always used to be intimidating and uncomfortable for me. But now poker, obviously there's just infinitely higher stakes, and so now there's more ladders to climb. I want to get to where I'm playing 100 200 comfortably, 200 400 comfortably, 500 1,000 comfortably, and that's a lot longer road to go down. And so I think that's what I'm hoping to get out of it. I think once I'm there at those stakes, then I could see myself playing less poker, and maybe dialing it back. But I got a lot longer to go.
Got a long way to go.
Yeah, for sure.
Fuck yeah. And then
I mean, the pod, I enjoyed talking to you. I enjoy doing this.
I enjoy talking to you too.
So I'm having fun. The word I was looking for is tolerance, gambling tolerance, like risk tolerance. It finally came. I don't know why I couldn't think of that, but
the lower your bankroll is, the higher.
Yeah. And so there's games that Airball plays where the people have way higher risk tolerance than him, and so he's not the table captain anymore.
Yeah.
Because if he's playing with a billionaire that can put out a $500,000 bet and not think twice.
Yeah.
then that kind of pressure puts him in the back seat to where now he's facing the heat and he's not the one applying it.
Yeah, I mean, if you're in a position where you can't afford that, we're just looking at a hand where you got a 98% chance of winning, 2% chance of losing, and you lose.
It's the great.
You can't accept that.
It's the great equalizer. This is why, like, rich folks, they want to play bigger to make the professional uncomfortable, because that evens out the playing field. If I can make him uncomfortable, then I can get some of the advantage back from the skill difference.
Makes sense. Makes perfect sense.
Yeah. Cool.
All right, boys. That's it. Let's do it. Let's get out of here.
Sweet.